Hi, everybody. I just want to welcome you to week 2. Thanks for all the great work during the first week. It was awesome. I loved seeing it, and I'm really grateful that you stuck with it and kept trying, even when your first attempt wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I really appreciate it. Thanks for a great first week. I want to simply give you an overview of what we're going to do in week 2 and give you a little more detail on the discussion itself, since that's where the confusion came in last week. So maybe if I spend a few minutes talking about the discussion, that will help this week. So for the week, you're going to finish chapter 6, finish reading and work on the test outline as you read. You're going to have a discussion on mnemonics. You're going to complete the last learning curve for chapter 6, which is 6C. You'll also complete a Think Like a Scientist activity for chapter 6. These are different than the learning curve quizzes, so please take your time with this and make sure you have enough time to complete this. These are one-time graded assignments, and they take some thought. So please make sure you're prepared, you've read your chapter and done your learning curve quizzes before you go in to do the Think Like a Scientist. Also, if you're interested in extra credit, the first quiz is due by the end of this week. So due next Monday night by midnight. So there's your links to everything, including the extra credit quiz. And also I've included some really cool additional practices and videos and more information about HM, who you'll read about this week. So if you're interested, I encourage you to take a look at those. This is what I'd like to spend the rest of the time on today, is talking about the discussion and what I'm looking for in the discussion. First, what we're going to do this week is learn about and apply mnemonic devices to information from chapter 6. So for the first question, you need to describe the 3 fundamental principles that underlie the use of mnemonics, and I'll show you where to find that. And the second thing you're going to do is describe 3 specific mnemonic techniques that you think would be useful to you. So you're going to actually be using these for 10 concepts. So please spend some time looking for ones that you think would be useful. And I really encourage you to try new ones that you haven't used before, because how are you ever going to know if this mnemonic would work for you unless you try it? So give something new a try and learn about 3 of them. So in number 2, you're going to have about 3 paragraphs, and each paragraph will be describing a different mnemonic. So maybe the crossword mnemonic or what have you. For number 3, you're actually going to use one of the mnemonics that you described up here in number 2. You're going to actually use it for 10 concepts from chapter 6. So find 10 new things from chapter 6 and create a crossword puzzle with 10 clues. Or if you're using the story technique, write a story that includes those 10 concepts. So this should be something that you can actually use to study for exam 1. And you're going to share this with your classmates. So if you were covering different material, you're all getting study materials that you can use. So here I will go into the Mind Tools and show you where you can find some of the stuff. First of all, improve your memory, take care of your health, so on and so forth. This is not really where you want to go. The first one you want to go to, click on the mnemonics, use mnemonics, click on that, and it tells you what mnemonics are, it describes them, and it tells you some of the ways to create, some things that you need to use, and in particular, here are the 3 basic principles of mnemonics: the imagination, association, location. So those are the 3 that I want you to think about. And then as you're looking at the various mnemonics, make sure they have those 3 principles, because those will be very beneficial. Then if you go back, they describe some actual mnemonics. So for number 2, you might have a paragraph talking about the number rhyme technique, or the number shape, or the alphabet, or the journey, or mind mapping, or concept maps, either one. So those are the ones described here and you would pick 3 of those that might be useful to you, or you go to some of those other sites that I've provided, or if you have a place where you find mnemonics, I would love to see that too. So like here, and I know a bunch of you talked about and have been talking about music. So you might want to use a music mnemonic, and I would love to see a music mnemonic. So if any of you are musicians, you might actually like create a video that has the 10 concepts that you have created new lyrics for to a familiar song for you. There's the expression, there's the name, they've got a bunch more here. So if you don't like the ones that are on the Mind Tools, come here, or this last site also has additional resources. And again, whichever ones, just take a look at them and see if they are useful. So this one you can see has a variety of different mnemonics, like the acronym, the expression, the rhyme, so on, so on, so forth. So these are great tools. And just take a minute to look around and find the 3 that you really think would be useful for you and describe those in number 2. And then in number 3, you're actually going to use those for 10 concepts. So you should have, this should be something you can use on your exam, and it has a minimum of 10 concepts. Then at the end, I would like you to not only attach the mnemonic, but I would like you to discuss the value of the mnemonic that you used, how the use of this tool relates to the content in Chapter 6. Is it helping you with retrieval? Is it helping you with elaborative rehearsal and coding? Where do you think this particular tool that you're using, how do you think it applies to the material that you learned about getting information in and out of long-term memory in Chapter 6? And then last, you're going to discuss your progress on the outline. Have you completed it? What questions do you have about the material or the outline? Has it been helpful for you? Share the parts of the outline that you've completed. See whether you're on track with what your classmates in your group are doing. In week 5, you will be asked to share that, and I will be going over and looking at all of your outlines. So I would love for you to just start working on this together as a group. And then when you reply to your classmates, please keep this in mind. I think last week everyone read through the discussion post and then just started kind of free lancing or the replies to people, but make sure you follow this rubric. So references, answer the questions of a crossword if they provided a crossword, give, in addition, elaborate on the mnemonic that we used in number 3. You can add additional terms, give suggestions about other mnemonics that might be very beneficial for that material, describe how you've used one of those mnemonics in the past and whether it was helpful and how it related to Chapter 6, and then comment on the outline progress, accuracy, and usefulness. So I hope this helps clarify. If you have any questions, please, please, please just let me know. Okay, have a fantastic week 2. Take care.